Good morning, everyone. Now let's back to the school. I hope you all have a good moment with your family during the TED. As I promised, I hope to have some live stream section in during the TED, but it didn't happen just because I changed the plan. I spend most of the time during the TED to look back all the knowledge regarding to the C#. And I know that C# contains so much things to study, so I decide to change the plan. That means if I make some live stream section during the test, it's not enough to talk about the C#. So I didn't make any live stream section as I promised to you all. And here is my new plan for the C#. At the end of this week, and from now on to the end of this semester. That means after we finish the semester, the official semester in the week 10, and we still have six more weeks to finish the spring semester. So I will make some more and more live stream section in the to the end of this semester. That means to the end of the week 16. Tức là vì cái kế hoạch của môn này nó có nhiều kiến thức quá khi tôi xem lại hệ thống của C#, cho nên tôi sẽ quyết định tôi sẽ làm một cái bộ livestream hoàn hảo sau khi cả kết thúc học kỳ chính thức 10 tuần. Đến tuần thứ 16 luôn, tôi sẽ livestream đến tuần thứ 16. That means I just only focus at this time the main feature of C# to help you to pass the final exam and practical exam. But some more extra and exciting thing regarding to the C#, I will make in the some more live stream section, maybe in the week 10 to week 16. But from now on, beginning with this week, I will make at least two live stream section, maybe in the Saturday and Sunday of this week. Trong tuần này tôi sẽ bắt đầu, tôi có những cái live stream vào thứ Bảy và Chủ nhật để các bạn có cơ hội, chúng ta có cơ hội để chia sẻ thêm về kiến thức về C#, và chúng ta sẽ làm vừa đủ để thi. Sau đó còn thời gian còn lại sau khi chúng ta thi xong tuần thứ 11 trở đi, ta sẽ livestream thêm về C#. Just because you are choose the minor major as a .NET combo, vì các bạn chọn chuyên ngành .NET, and you should have a consolidate knowledge regarding to C#. Just because in the near future you have at least three more .NET courses. Tức là sau khi bạn học xong cái này, bạn còn ít nhất là 3 môn C# nữa. Đó là lý do bạn cần phải có kiến thức nó thật chắc, consolidate about your C# knowledge. That is my new plan for you all and for myself, beginning from this week. So remember to follow my channel and to follow my Facebook to know when and where the live stream section begin. And I hope, and I ask some reverse class, they agree with me that during the live stream section, I will use both English and Vietnamese for you and for Vietnamese guy, both in English and Vietnamese, interchangeable during the live stream section. Is that okay for you all? Được không? Tức là mình sẽ chơi vừa song ngữ vừa tiếng Anh vừa tiếng Việt nha. A little challenge for you, but I think it's đáng. Nè. Let me turn the projector. And if anyone at the end of the class cannot see the screen clearly, today I also make a live stream on the Google Meet. If you want to see the code, the screen of code is more clearly, you can join to the Google Meet link, this Google Meet link, to see the code in more clearly in your machine. In this week, I will taught the course. I will teach the course both in the class and in the Google Meet. For anyone cannot join to the cannot buy the ticket to come back to Ho Chi Minh City after the test. Here's the URL allows you to access to the our class for easy to see the code. SPI ADDT. I always use only a unique URL from the when the COVID pandemic begin. Yeah. Let me draw that into the board. Hoài Linh, can you hear me? Oh, it's a lost connection. I do not know why. The network connection today is too low. Now, anyone can access to the internet and go to my GitHub to check the last code. For someone, the guy who missed the year-end class section, to get the latest code we have done in the last year. But for someone who went home early and cannot join to the last year class section, take my code. And today we continuing with what we have done. We need to finish the thing we did in the last year. So access to my GitHub. Tweet now. C# craftsman. To get the code for anyone cannot join to the last year class section. And today we will continue with the open project, incompleted project we did in the last year. And click to the hands-on folder. Let me check the connection. click to the hands-on folder. You see 24.sp mean 2024 and spring semester. And choose download to this. Extract it and open the school manager first. And I will recall something we have done in the last year. And today we continue to finish this project. But let's look back to this project to recall something. So download two of this. Don't care about this. 3, 6 mean Tuesday and Friday is your class. And number 2 means the slot 2. Yeah, to differentiate with the other class. So to download to this and extract this one first and open the solution school manager. We should have a recall regarding to the knowledge we have done in the last year. And today we continue with finish with this project, GN School Manager. Now download it. Let me check I will share the screen. Yes, I think that is okay. Now, download. Please download this. I will send this to the now download. I speak again. Download to this for your slot and extract this one and open the school manager solution to recall the knowledge. Now, in the last year, in the year-end class section, we know how to manage multiple objects by using array. Remember this? Now we have a student manager project, solution and project. We create a class, student class. This class is designed to store individual student information. And you see, within the student class, we have the multiple backing field or property. It's so common property like student also has a ID, name, email, date of birth, and GPA. I use some the famous and most common data type like string, int, and float and double, and real number and integer number. Now, a student, if you think that whenever you want to store the student information into in a persistent way, persistence means it's stored in a long term. Persistent có nghĩa là mình lưu trữ vĩnh viễn, lâu dài. You will store the student information into a hard disk and a drive or into a SSD by using a system so-called database system. So whenever you want to store student information back to the database, you store the student in a table student. So table student will be mapped with the class student. in the later, maybe in the next 2 weeks, I will tell you how to store the student information from the class student into the database. Next 2 weeks, we will talk about how to program with the database in C#. That is a mandatory section required you to master about it, and will appear in the practical exam test. Mình sẽ học cái phần kết nối cơ sở dữ liệu và lưu trữ dữ liệu, lưu trữ cái class xuống database, thông tin của cái object xuống database trong 2 tuần nữa, và điều đó sẽ xuất hiện ở trong bài thi thực hành. Now, you know that in the database we have a table, and before we have a table, we need to draw and design the database, and the model to model the data before convert it to database is so called ERD. Now, I take some note regarding to this one. A class in the sometimes similarity and will be mapped to a table. We know about a class already, and a class will be mapped to the table. For example, class student will have a int ID, string ID, public ID, with a get and set. Property and something like that. Name and so on. We will map to a table. Map it to a table means we have a table like student table in database. We have a column, ID column, name column, and something like that. You know, there is a corresponding between and a relationship between the class and a table. A structure of a class is a structure of a table. And an instance or an object that is created from a student will be a row in a table. Student as equal with new student using pass the parameter in here or in here. If we pass the parameter in here, we create an object by using the parameters constructor. Tạo object thông qua tham số, gọi constructor tham số. Or you can pass the value or the internal value of an object by using property. Assign the value of a property. Here is you can use ID equal with. And this technique is so-called object initialization. And look back into the database. There is a relationship. It's a row, like a row in a table. But however, to insert a row in a table, we use SQL statement. Student and post the value in here. there is a similarity between the two words, one for the programming words and one for the database word. Map will be mapped to a table in database. You know about this. And you know, before we have a table like this, table means sometimes we call it a physical database. Physical means we have a physical, a real thing like a drive or disk, and to store the information within it. Tức là khi ta nói về mức độ là vật lý, tức là ta cần có một ổ đĩa, có cái phần mềm và ta sẽ lưu trữ dữ liệu trên đó. Now, before we have a real table in the hard disk or in the drive, the program will design the how to store the data in database, how to model the data will be stored in database, and the model to design a table is so-called ERD. Before, back to the past, before a table, we have before table is ERD. ERD, anyone tell me the full meaning and the full sentence of ERD? ERD stands for entity, relationship, diagram. You know that if you want to store the information of an object for a permanent means store in a long term, permanent là vĩnh viễn, we need map to the table. And to work with the table, the program will work with ERD first, the design phase and the action phase or the implementation phase. Tức là liên quan đến database thì trước khi làm table, người dân làm chuẩn, người ta sẽ làm cái mô hình ERD. And you know that at the end of the ERD design phase is a real table. So class will be mapped to table, but class will be corresponding with the entity. That is why I store the class in a project under the entity folder. You see, back to this project. You see, we have entity in plural, số nhiều. Entity mà y dài, số ít, singular and plural. Now you know why I put the student class into the entity table, entity folder. Entity means, oh, this guy, later on, you will be mapped to the table. Understand what I mean? And this is a must have, and you must do. You must follow this convention whenever we work with a project, and later on, you will store the information with the database. Đây là thứ quy ước mà bạn phải theo. It's a standard. Now, you know why I put the student class into the entity table. Another thing rise, một vấn đề, another problem rise, một vấn đề khác bắt đầu xuất hiện. So how to manage? I know how to model and how to store and how to know how to store an information of an individual student by using a class, like a student. But whenever we have multiple information of a student, like we have 2,000, 5,000 or for example, in this class we have 30 students, how to store this? I know how to store it in the database. Just insert into by using SQL statement. But in the RAM, class means we store the information of an object in a RAM, in a runtime environment. So how to manage, how to store multiple student information in RAM. Làm sao mà in memory, làm sao ta có thể lưu trữ được toàn bộ các dữ liệu của các sinh viên trong RAM. Trong database ta biết là insert rồi. Vậy làm sao trong RAM ta có thể lưu trữ được? Just because with the RAM and memory we work with the class, not database. Database is in the drive, in the hard disk. So how to store multiple? The first one is the second. How to store or manage multiple object in memory, in RAM. How to think about in a real life. Think about a real life. You know that the OOP, inspiration. No, OOP, object-oriented programming, is inspiration from the real life. Lập trình đối tượng chẳng qua là nó xuất phát từ cái cảm hứng là thực tế. Look around us to see the multiple object with the multiple property and attribute inside within it. Each one, and we have a relationship between the multiple object. We can call and we see the behavior of each object in the real life, and we model the behavior and property of each object in the real life by using the class and object in the programming environment. Lập trình hướng đối tượng chẳng qua là cách ta mô phỏng lại cuộc thế giới thực. Thế giới thực bao gồm những đối tượng xung quanh mình có hành vi và đặc tính. Chúng ta có tên tuổi này, chúng ta có đặc tính là hành vi này, đi học trễ này, đi học sớm, đi học chuyên cần này, dùng suộc trong quá trình thi này chẳng hạn, chơi game trong quá trình thầy giảng bài chẳng hạn. Behavior. We model that behavior as a function, a method in the programming domain. Và những cái hành xử đó nó giống như là cái hàm xử lý thông tin trong lập trình. So, back to the real life. How to store multiple objects in a real life. And if you know how to store, how to manage multiple objects in real life, you know how to manage multiple objects in the programming language. We use a bag. A bag means a box, a container. We need a container, we need a box. Container. Vậy để quản lý được nhiều đối tượng, chúng ta cần một cái hộp, một cái thùng chứa. For example, this room. The room number 314, cái phòng 614 này, is a container, is a box that store and that hold 30 students, including me. Có đúng là cái phòng học này làm cái hộp chứa 30 con người chúng ta không? Oh. That is why I create a cabinet class. Cabinet, một cái thùng chứa, một cái container. Now, back to the previous project. We have a cabinet class, a bigger class to hold multiple objects that is derived from the student class. Double click on cabinet class. You see, think about like a box. Think about this class like a bag, một cái túi, một cái hộp, a container that hold and store many objects. Có đúng là một cái tủ, một cái hộp, một cái giỏ, một cái container, có phải nó chứa bên trong nhiều đồ không? Cho nên lập trình đối tượng là lập trình là xác định. The OOP programming is a simple, can say a simple way, just to find the class, find the multiple class. Cho nên bài này mình xuất hiện là hai cái quản lý sinh viên, không phải chỉ là có class sinh viên mà có cả class cái tủ đựng hồ sơ sinh viên thì mới gọi là quản lý, chứ từng sinh viên một thì đâu gọi là quản lý. Khi có nhiều ta bắt đầu ta mới bàn về chuyện quản lý, hình dung chưa? Chúng ta có đến 60-70 năm cuộc đời, chúng ta phải quản lý cuộc đời, quản lý thời gian là vì lý do đó. Ok. Now, so you know that cabinet is a box, a container in which hold multiple objects. So how a box can have multiple objects? Now, create a container, a box, a bag, một cái túi, a room, a space to store many or multiple objects, like in the real life. You can think that this is a trick, this is a tip, this is a template, this is an algorithm, this is a strategy to manage information. Hãy nghĩ rằng đây nó giống như một cái chiến lược, một kỹ thuật thiết kế đấy, một cái pattern, nha, một cách thức để làm gì? Để làm bài và để mô hình hóa dữ liệu ngoài đời. Nhớ cái này, a container. And in the container, so I have a glass container or glass cabinet, một cái tủ, or a bag, or box, or space, or room. Now, so what is the property of a box, a bag? Oh, it contains multiple objects. So how to store an object first? If you know how to store an object first, you know how to store the multiple object. It's so easy. I want to store information of a student. Just declare a variable like student S1. That means I want to talk about the first student in the box, in the room. And later on, you declare student S2. And later on, student S3. And S4, S5, and so on. But if you do the box like this, those create and design the glass container and cabinet like this, it's okay, but it's not good. It's not a good design. Just because we have a multiple, many, like 300 students. How to declare the 300 variable like this? It's not good design. It's not good design. Just because you declare the concrete variable, and it's not easy to declare the many concrete variable. It's not easy to declare many concrete variable. Concrete mean những cái biến lẻ. Khai báo nhiều biến lẻ. Không thú vị, không tốt, không tiện. So that is, I introduce you a new way to declare the multiple object, multiple variable at one time, at a time, using array. For easy and quickly declaration of many variable and of check. And today we will talk about another way collection is more is better. The topic for today. And you know how to create, how to store the multiple object by create a container and declare the multiple object within it. But instead of using the concrete declaration, we use array. And the next level is using collection. I will talk today. But back to the how to use array instead of use the concrete declaration like this. Back to our code. You know, using an array like this, using an array like this. But that is the syntax to declare an array. With the array, you must specify first how many elements, the size of the bag, the size of the room. You need to specify first. Chơi với mạng, bạn phải khai báo mày cần bao nhiêu chỗ. How big the bag is, cái túi của mày to cỡ nào. You must specify the size of the array first. For example, with this example and this project, I use 300. But for you maybe use another number, but you must specify a number within it. And whenever you specify the number in the size of the bag and the size of the room, in here, you also introduce a limitation. Khi mình chơi với mạng, bằng cách mình chỉ ra kích thước, vì đây là cú pháp của nó. Đồng thời, you introduce a limitation. Đồng thời, các bạn cũng đã chạm đến một cái giới hạn, một cái hạn chế của thằng mạng. The fixed size. The fixed size, that means you design a room to store the 30 students before, and later on, if you want to add more and more, for example, you want to add double, like you want to expand this room to hold 60 students. No way by using the array. Just because if you use the array, the computer and the operating system will allocate a fixed memory block corresponding with the size you want to use at first. Khi mình chơi với mạng, mình bị một cái hạn chế đầu tiên. Mày muốn bao nhiêu nói đi. Và Windows nó cấp cho nhiêu đó thôi, không cho thêm. No more space. No more. So if you want to a bigger array, you create a new one and copy each one from the old array to the new array. And you know that it's not a good way. But it's the applicable solution if you use the array. Tức là với mạng, kích thước cố định bà rồi. Bây giờ muốn rộng thêm, thua. Chỉ có new cái mảng mới, rồi copy cái cũ sang. Chỉ có cách đó thôi. And you know that it's not a good way. But it's also a good way to help you to declare at one time multiple variable. Dù sao mạng vẫn tốt ở cái chỗ là nó rất dễ dùng. Và nó dễ dàng cho phép mình khai báo nhiều biến cùng lúc. Nhưng nó bị hạn chế ở cái kích thước. How to overcome this kind of limitation. You need to use a new technique. It's time to use the new feature of a C# using list. It's the same with the list in the Java. Nó rất giống trong Java, tức là chúng ta sẽ không dùng cái mạng nữa mà chúng ta sẽ dùng cái mới. But before using list, back to this list, back to the cabinet list. With a standard cabin, standard box, a box, a standard box, also always offer or has the create method. You know create. Create means put a new thing into the box. Put a thing into the box. Like open the cap, open the door at anyone, at a new one. Có đúng một cái hộp, một cái phòng thì sẽ có một cái hành động. Mở cửa nhét vô. Chuyến xe ô tô cũng vậy, mở cửa, một hành khách đi lên. Và nếu hành khách đi lên thì cũng sẽ có hành khách đi xuống. Create, create mean CRUD này. Error, mean retrieve, or read, or print, or show all. I look into open the room to see how many people, so much people in the room. Looking into a bag. There must so much thing in a bag. Bạn mở một cái tủ ra, bạn nhìn vào cái giỏ, nó có rất nhiều đồ. We have another method or behavior of a box or bag. You update. Take one and make some modification and put again. Update. For example, someone in the car go out, take some package, put into the car, and một vài hành khách bước xuống, lấy thêm một vài đồ hành lý và đem lên. Update his information, tức là bao gồm cái hành lý, cân nặng bao nhiêu đó khi bạn đi lên máy bay chẳng hạn. Update and remove. Someone left the room. Delete, remove a thing from the bag. Now, you know about it. This is a template. Remember this? This is a template to design a container to manage multiple things within it. Đây là một cái template để lát hồi mình sẽ gặp lại. Ok chưa? Rồi. Và back to this, you see, I have a method like add new student and print all the student. But remember that to work with the array. Array means we need to allocate in advance, predefine the space, number of space, empty space, and later on we will add the information into it later. Nên nhớ rằng chơi với mạng là mình xin trước một số chỗ, mình bổ sung dần sau. And to browse the whole of the array. No, never to browse the whole of the array. Just because the array is sometimes is full and most of the time is not full. Khi bạn chơi với mạng cũng giống như trong cái phòng này, nó không phải luôn luôn nó đầy. Cho nên nếu bạn quét hết cả cái mạng, you will see if you scan out of the array, you will see some the empty space. Tức là trong mạng nó sẽ còn nhiều chỗ trống nếu chưa xài hết. Nếu bạn quét hết cả mạng, bạn sẽ in ra những thông tin là trống. So, for the array never for to all of the elements, just for to the count. You always use an extra variable count. Count means to manage how many elements do we have so far in the array. Chơi với mạng thì bao giờ cũng phải nhớ có thêm cái biến cao để biết rằng ê, mạng đầy chưa, phòng đang có bao nhiêu người, mạng đang có bao nhiêu phần tử. For đến đó thôi, hình dung chưa? Và nếu thêm mới thì thêm vào phần cuối, đại loại vậy. Chơi với mạng phải nhớ. So we have a count variable, an extra variable to manage how many elements do we have so far. So I introduce you to zero array with a benefit that, oh, it's so easy to declare a multiple variable at a time, but I introduce you to drawback. The first one is the fixed size of an array, and the second one is you need an extra variable to manage the current element in the array. Khi tôi chơi với mạng, rất dễ dàng để khai báo, nhưng đồng thời tôi đưa ra hai cái ưu điểm của nó. Thứ nhất, kích thước cố định, và thứ hai, phải có một cái biến phụ để đếm. And all of this will disappear if we use list. If we use list. Và tất cả mọi thứ này sẽ biến mất khi ta chơi với list. Không cần. Chuẩn bị. Now, so I have two first method. C, create, insert, add new member, new thing, put a new thing into the bag. At the position, vào cái biến vị trí thứ mấy, bỏ vào mạng, thêm một phần tử vào mạng, vào cái giỏ. And print all, but I do not fall to the end of the array. I just fall to the count. To the count. That means to the current number of an array. That is all information regarding to the first app we have done in the last year. The template and template and a strategy for you to design an app to manage multiple objects. Nhớ cho tôi, đây là một cái kỹ thuật để manage nhiều thông tin. Được chưa? Now, I finish with this one and open the incompleted one, the year-end party, year-end project. Đóng cái project này lại và mở cái project kia. Year-end School Manager. Open the year-end School Manager. Just download this one, open it, and to see the architecture of this app. Now, number 3, 3-layer. 3-layer. Look back to the GN party code, project and solution. We have 3 different projects within a solution. You know about the relationship between the solution and project, where I have talked in the last year, but I need to rewrite it again. In here, a solution. will become an app. An application to supply for the end user. Solution sẽ trở thành một cái app để cung cấp cho người dùng. Với những cái game Liên minh huyền thoại, Liên quân, CapCut is a app I use to edit the video. CapCut. The tool to help you to download, a solution. Later in the future will become an application. And there are so much things to do with a solution. So much tasks and activity regarding to the coding process to complete a solution. And the software developer decide to use the divide and conquer strategy to manage the solution, to manage their project. Để làm một cái dự án lớn thì người ta phải có chiến lược. Just because we work in a team, we are working in a teamwork environment, so a solution will divide into the multiple under a smaller part. Each part is take a responsibility for a specific purpose. Một cái dự án lớn ta sẽ chia thành những dự án nhỏ hơn. Một cái solution chính là một cái dự án lớn, để chia thành những nhỏ hơn để dễ dàng quản lý. Each team take a part. Mỗi nhóm sẽ chọn sẽ được gán một cái công việc. Đó. Vậy là cái nghệ thuật làm sao để chia được dự án ra để có thể làm được. You are I think that you guys are familiar with the MVC and MVC2 model. Bạn đã từng quen với kiến trúc MVC2 trong môn Java Web. And in the C#, it's the same. We'll have another way to divide our solution, our final product. Có một cách để chia cái dự án chúng ta into the multiple small parts. A project. Under the solution, we have a project 1, project 2, and project 3, multiple project within a solution. So many projects within a project, and each take a role. Each is for design and created for a specific task. Code for a specific task. Code is contain a code for a specific task. For example, there is a project 3. Oh, you are assigned to work with the database. Oh, you are assigned to work with the end user layout, like a web page, or with the form, or control. Mỗi thằng chịu trách nhiệm việc. For example, UI render. You have a front-end developer and front-end designer. You are here. Security, for example. Database. This project work with the database and something like that. And we design it. Oh, with this kind of, you are to take a responsibility to work with database and offer the method. I only need a method from you to cooperate with the other. So I design the project like a library. Means I only give you the binary code to offer my ability to call me, reference to me, and show me. No, I am not a runnable. I do not contain a runnable part. I just offer the activity and tones and have that to you, to support you. Tức là có những cái project nó không có thể chạy mà nó chỉ đơn giản là cung cấp cái dịch vụ. I supply a service for you to call. I'm here to serve you. Tôi đứng ở đây phục vụ bạn chứ không phải có tôi cái nhiệm vụ tự chạy. Class library project mean no, at the end of this process, the class library will produce DLL only. DLL only. Class library project. We have to work with this in last year already. I think in the week 2 and week 3 we have worked with the DLL already. Cái này ta đã học rồi nha, nhưng mới nhắc lại thôi. DLL only. But I am here to connect with the end user. So run me, you will see something. And hit me, I will process something. No, I know process. I will call something in a mic to process for you. So the thing communicate directly with the end user. It can run to show the ability of the app with the end user. I call it it's so-called runnable one, runnable thing. This is a console app. Web page and Windows form. Windows form I will talk about to you maybe in the next week. Windows form with a UI, with a button, with a drop down, with a checkbox, with a radio button, with a color, and use a mouse instead of using the keyboard. Cái này nó là cái UI đẹp nha, vui. Console mean you comment lại, vui. Environment, graphics user interface, vui. But console app so-called vui. Character user interface. And with this, we always have the DLL accompanied with .exe. Exe means executable. Run me. I can run to serve you. But actually, I will call the other one to serve you. But in the background. Cho nên thằng này là thằng chạy được. Executable. And the supporter, helper to have the front end guide. The standard way, a standard architecture to help you to make an app to serve to the end user need. Đây là cái cách mà một trong những cách mà tổ chức cái dự án để giúp cho bạn có thể làm việc được với để cung cấp được cái app cho khách hàng. Cho nên chúng ta sẽ chia thành những cái đơn vị nhỏ hơn. Bạn hình dung đến đây rồi ha. Để tôi save cái này lại đã. Let me start. Now, you know about this class library project. Look at it. A little. In the new project, do not just listen to me and see class library. We have worked with it in the last year already. Class library. I always offer you a class and method and behavior. Call me, I will serve you. Gọi tôi phục vụ bạn. I have the no man method. Just because I am a service to supply the service to the other. Tôi là một cái dịch vụ để cung cấp cái tính năng cho ai đó. But can show up always have a man method. Run me. I am a runnable guy. Cần show là có thể chạy được. Và từ đó nó sẽ gọi những cái class library. Nằm bên đây chưa? Cái này là thư viện. Look at to the Garena folder in your drive. You see multiple DLL and EXE. Cái file EXE trong cái thư mục Garena của chúng bay á, chính là cái liên quan đến console, vui. Còn những phần còn lại DLL chính là class library. Cái này mình học rồi nhé. Nào, that's all about the solution structure. And back to the our project school year and year school manager solution. Now look back to the year end school manager. You see three different projects. The first one is the main UI. Can show up, I can run. Repository. Oh, I am take a responsibility to work with database. But for now, we do not work with database. But in some next week, I expand this app to connect with the database. So I'm here to work with the database. Don't worry about that. I will talk to you the database later. But I'm here to talk with you about the database, to connect the database and to supply the data. Supply the data for what? Oh, I am here to manipulate the data. And later on, I will offer the data after processing to the main UI to show to the end user. Project tiếp theo là project service. Cung cấp những dịch vụ thao tác data, xử lý data trong RAM and đưa cho bên UI. Three different layers, three different projects. And this kind of repository is a class library, window form, or web page, or console in here. I can run. For the practical exam test, I will replace it by using window form. And keep 2 days the same. Bài thi PE yêu cầu có 3 project như thế này. Và chỉ thay cái phần này bằng window form. Window form mình sẽ học sớm. Còn 2 phần này giữ nguyên. We are solved the PE test already. Chúng ta đang giải quyết bài thi PE luôn đấy. Không đùa đâu. Đứa nào bây giờ còn lủng, tự suy nghĩ. Now, take a look on this one and this one. You know that. Oh, I am work with database. So, to work with database, we need an entity folder to store the class that will be mapped directly with the data table in the future. Cho nên mở cái này ra sẽ có cái class tương lai sẽ map trực tiếp xuống database. Quen chưa? Cái này học rồi, vừa làm xong project trước. And to manage multiple objects in the RAM and in memory, we need a box, a cabinet, a bag. And that is why we have bag in here. It's okay. Nhớ cấu trúc chưa? Bài nãy là không chia cấu trúc, bài này bắt đầu chia cấu trúc rõ. nhưng the same technique behind the scene. Now, take a note. GN, sorry. GN. The man GUI project. It can show up. It has a man method to run. The second one is, I'm here to work with database repository. These are singular, but ideal plural, số nhiều. Project. And it's a class library project. So it's only class only. No man. I'm here to serve you. Cho nên trong tương lai nó sẽ ra một cái DLL. At the end, both DLL and EHE. And the last one, index repo means work with database entity. Work with database. We will talk about database some next week. And you see in the structure of this entities folder. Entity folder means to store the class that will be mapped directly with a table. We have a student class, lecturer class will be mapped to table later. And before the table, we have entity. And the last one is a services project. I am a class library project. Class only. No man. And I will produce the TL also. And these are call ask repo. Repo in a shorten of the repository, call repo to get data. Manipulate the data in RAM and connect to GUI, to the main GUI, to show the data to the end user. You know the structure of the project, and you must follow that during the PE exam task section. Và theo cấu trúc này để làm bài thi PE, nghe chưa? Cấm cãi. Mà tôi có giải thích hết rồi. Phải hiểu nha. Phải hiểu. Mà đi làm bên ngoài cũng vậy á. Đi làm bên ngoài cũng vậy. And you know that, oh, we are in a different room. Think about a project is a room, a domain, a zone, một cái khu vực. A zone, a zone. So to interact within this, oh, I need you to help me to show the data in RAM. So we make a dependency from 1 to 3. But, oh, I need call you to help me to take the data, to get the data from database. So 2 and 3 make a reference to this. Remember this? Còn nhớ chúng ta phải làm cái reference không? Add dependency, like in the Java. But in the Java, we declare the dependency in the pom.xml hay qdom.sml, pom.sml. Trong Java, bên này add dependency. Oh, the same. Now, 1, ref, 2, 3, 3, ref make reference to, and don't forget to tick on the copy to local. Remember this? Back to our project a little. Now, take a look on this. I'm here to serve you. Hit me, call me, run me. And I will call the service in the back to help me. And service later on call repository to work with database. Now, click on the service. You see dependency? Service, dependency. We have done this already, but for anyone to forget about how to make a dependency, that means make a connection with the other project. Right click on dependency and add project, but I take it already repo. Oh, I call it repo. And you see project. Oh, I'm here, have a connection with the repo, and repo is responsibility to work with database. In the future, click on repo and don't forget to tick on the copy to local. Yes. And for now, main UI. Oh, I need to call this guy to show me the data in the RAM and in memory. So main UI dependency already. Oh, I like off the make a dependency with the services. So right click on dependency, add project reference, click on it, choose services only. Don't tick on the repo. Okay, you see, oh, project. Click on the service. Yeah, project. Sorry, I have a project repo. Yeah. And click on the service and click on the copy to local. Yes. You see, these don't forget about these steps to create a project, a big project that include inside within it multiple smaller project. Each one take a separate responsibility. Back to the note for you. Toàn bộ cấu trúc này tôi giảng rất kỹ lại để đảm bảo là các bạn phải hiểu nó để còn biết đường mà làm bài thi. Nghe chưa? Học hiểu và học để làm bài thi. In the service project, we have a cabinet, box, glass, To manage multiple within entities folder. Declare concrete variable or using array or using list collections like in Java. And don't forget to have cross methods. That is the whole template. Ok chưa? Lệ phí đổi ngành 2.350.000. Giờ đã lên thành 2.600.000 rồi. IT is not an easy job. Nó không phải là cái nghề dễ đâu. IT không phải là nghề dễ. It's a high salary job. But try hard. Phải làm việc rất vất vả. Nha. Don't waste your youth. Đừng phí tuổi trẻ. It's never come back. You know, my source code stored in the GitHub. Do it now. My URL of GitHub. Do it now. Do IT now. So many meanings. Làm nghề IT ngay đi. Mà làm nó ngay đi. Làm cái mẹ thì không cần biết, phải làm chứ. Tàu xe về quê Tết biết rồi. Tốn không? Tốn. Tiền từ đâu? From my parents. Oh. Later on, from you. From yourself. Tiền từ mình. Thấy chưa? Sức dài vai rộng, không ăn bám ông bà già. Học mới có tiền. Ngồi không là méo có tiền. Vẫn có thưa thầy. Ông bà bô. Mình 40 tuổi, 50 tuổi, ông bà già mình chết. Lấy đếch đâu mà dựa. Ba tôi chết gần 20 năm rồi. Lấy đâu mà dựa. Ông già chết rồi. Lấy ai mà dựa. Lấy ai mà chỉ cho mình khi mình sai. Ai chửi mình. Ông già tao chết rồi. Điệu học nghe chưa. Không chậm trễ cái mẹ này cả. Now, back to the code. Cabinet. For now, you know about the cabinet in the first version. I opened the first version for you to look back, to see an amazing thing. Back to the cabinet. Now we have a student cabinet to work with student. Yeah, a student. To store the student, so I declare the student list. It's okay. A count variable to count how many students we have in the back, in the room. A method to print all. A method to add one by one into the back, into the room. It's easy. For now, I want to make a cabinet to store the lecturer. Easy. So easy. Replace the student by lecturer. Lecturer. See the code. Count the same. Or maybe a little. Add new profile. It's the same. No new student. New lecturer. the old code. And instead of print student list, print lecturer. And oh, it's the same. Later on, I ask you, oh, I want you to design a class to store the information of the food or drink or the lecture or the product I want to sell or the cost you try to. Tức là nếu tôi tiếp tục, tôi lại yêu cầu làm thêm các cabinet mà để quản lý các thứ khác, like food or like device, for example like phones. If I sell the phone, and employee, and drink, and food. Oh, I think that it's the same. It's the same. Most of this the same. The box is the same, design the same, in the same way, but only different a little. Different on the thing you want to store. And for now, I introduce you a new technique. No, one class fit one box can fit to all of the other thing you want to store. Một class mà có thể lưu trữ được đa dạng các loại dữ liệu. Tất nhiên tại thời điểm lưu một loại thôi, nhưng muốn loại nào nhiều là đó. You do not need and no one to create cabinet version 1 and version 2 and version 3 to store the different kind of the object, but the same code. No one do like this. Không thằng điên nào, lập trình viên nào sẽ viết là một cái cabin cho food, một cái cabin cho giảng viên, cho giáo viên, cho sinh viên và cho nhân viên. No, code the same, code is the same. Why do we need to create a separate classes just to do the same thing? And for now, I introduce you a new thing. For example, think about the food in here like any kind of data, and I call it as a T. T means a type. Any kind of object you want to pass in here, to store in here, put it in here. And I put it T. T means student, if you want, replace T by student, replace T by food, replace T by lecturer. Or one class, one room, one box can hold different kinds of objects. And this technique is so called generic. Generic là kỹ thuật mà thiết kế một class có thể chơi với đa dạng data type khác. Generic có thể hiểu một cái chữ nào đó là general. Em sẽ chơi với chung chung. Not specific. Cho give a T. T mean type. Hãy đưa một cái kiểu nào vào đây. Ta sẽ chơi láng với bạn. And lần đầu tiên trái thanh long có trong mì tôm. The first time you see that, oh, for now, data type can pass as a parameter. Lần đầu tiên, tham số thay vì là kiểu dữ liệu bình thường, giờ nó là cái 5, 10, 15, 20 con số, nó có thể là một kiểu dữ liệu luôn. Cái hàm nhận vào con in là đưa tao 5, 10, 15. Hàm nhận vào chuỗi đưa tao cái chuỗi. Hàm nhận vào một data type. The method get a data type as a parameter. And this technique is so called generic. Hiểu đến đây chưa? Now, back to the test class. For now, I do not mention about the student. I don't want to mention about the lecturer and food and device. No, just call T. Just call T. T means generic. Later on, whenever you want to seal this back, just pass the student here. Just pass the lecturer here. The data type is passed to the method, to the class, like a normal parameter. Một cái tham số mà bây giờ thay vì là con số 5, 10, 15, 20, nó là một cái data type generate. Oh, the code is the same and it's so easy. We have an array. Yeah, an array of what? Just pass the what in here, in the overall, in the top of the class. And if you pass this is student, this is a student. So we have a list of students, array of students. If you pass a lecturer, oh, we have a array of lecturer. And for the course, it's the same. Oh, to manage, to work with an array, we still need a count variable. So private code is the same. Int underscore count equal with 0 at first, or for the first. Now back to this code, or count, and we need to two methods, different methods. Like I just write in the recall. We always have the cabinet with a design container. We always will have an array, and we have a caret method. I just said before. So for now, to count the current number of elements in the array. And we have caret method as normal, or for now I standardize the method name. Tôi chuẩn hóa lại cái tên by public add item. Add one item. Item means maybe a student, maybe a lecturer. And for now, T, not student, T. T from this. T means type. T, item. Oh, hit enter, it's a suggestion. It's okay. And underscore count plus plus. Code giống như cũ đúng không? Sorry, void. Like the same. Oh. Add into the position of count, and count increase one by one. For the first position of the array is 0. Whenever you create a bag, you buy a new room, there is no one, nothing in the room. Mọi thứ khởi đầu từ không. And cộng cộng 1, 2, 3. But 0 in here is wrong. No, underscore count. Count at first is 0, put the position of 0. Later on, put the position of the 1. If we call the add item again, whenever you add again, the count move next. But I am so lazy for now. Because this array, with your array has a drawback that is a fixed size. So to do at home, check the limit of the array, or you will receive the exception. Out of bound exception. Why? We do not allow to use the array with over the size. Bạn không thể dùng mạng mà khi vượt quá được kích thước. For example, underscore list 299 is okay. Underscore list exception. The app will be terminated immediately. App sẽ bị chết ngay tại chỗ. 300. Why 300? Why 30? 300 is an invalid value. Just because we count from zero. Mạng đếm từ 0. 299 là hết mức rồi. List one. Sorry, I make a wrong grammar. Just an if is a if statement. To notify if the array is full. No more space to add. And that is a limitation. Public void print all now. Do not for the whole of the array for to the count, or you will see the empty space. Nếu mình nhìn cả cái phòng này sẽ có chỗ trống, chỉ nhìn những cái chỗ nào có chỗ người thôi. CW, there are items in the list, and I will interpolation underscore count to check the okay. For H, for no zeros for H, we will for I in as a traditional. Go to the count position. For tab, no. For loop, choose a tab. For just type for, there are so many suggestions. Just choose for loop and tab. Underscore count and CW underscore let's I want to print out the call to string implicitly. You know about this. Gọi thầm tên em. Now we are ready to zero. Oh, you do not mention anything about the what kind of the object in the DS, right? No, we use generic. I mean, if you pass a student here, and we new student here, just put a student here. And if you pass the lecturer here, and we work with lecturer for the rest. For now, we are ready to use the cabinet in the main UI. Now, this code we did in the last year already. Cái này mình đã làm trước Tết rồi, chỉ thay mỗi cái T vào thôi. Now, go to the main UI program. We have a program with a man, and for now we add new student in here. And with using the generic, we can create a flexible back and drum and box and container by using generic. We can create a flexible bag, room, and container, and cabinet. For now, the box can hold student, can hold lecturer, and even can hold student of SE department, biz department, and in a separate memory segmentation. All of this are allocated in different segmentation, memory segmentation, like in the real life, will have multiple Đây là cái câu chuyện, cái chốt cực kỳ quan trọng. This is a conclusion. It's an important conclusion to understand about the object in the real world and object in the programming environment. Object nó có những cái vùng nhớ độc lập riêng, nó có cách hành xử riêng, behavior riêng. Ở ngoài đời y chang vậy, mình có cái tủ đựng hồ sơ sinh viên SE, tủ đựng sinh viên ngành biz, tủ đựng hồ sơ giảng viên riêng luôn mà. Một lúc này linh hoạt cho tất cả các loại tủ. Tủ đa năng. Cross function cabinet, tủ đa năng. Mình mua cái tủ sách về không ai cấm mình nhét trong cái thú nhồi bông bên trong. Now, do it like in the Java. Cabinet underscore student type SE cabin SE list equal with new cabinet student. The same with Java. With Java, the same. Array list student list equal with new array list. You will get the error. Don't worry about the error. Just we like up. We see the student from the far away. I'm here. But I want to see student located in the entity in the repository. Oh, we need a reference with it. No, just because the service already reference to this, and this one reference to service. We can do it by using the technique in the mathematical, in math is so-called transitive, tính bắc cầu. If A equal with B equal with C, so A equal with C. A bằng B, B bằng C, suy ra A bằng C. Transitive, tiếng Anh dịch tiếng Việt là bắc cầu. Now, click on the arrow in here. Click on this button and import. Oh, I know, I see repository entity. I make no reference with it directly. I make a reference to this via services. Có đúng không? Ta đi qua con đường service mà. Click on this. No error. And you see this using entity services. Copy and paste to have another one and another one. For now, I want to base mean to store the student of the business department. And no, I am so tired with the comments and the familiar with class student. And for now, I want to work with a new class, new other class. Oh, lecturer. Mình đã quá quen, nó nhàm chán với cái class này rồi. Chúng ta đổi qua class khác. Lecturer, like. SE, like. If you want, list. And lecturer. Tủ đa năng chưa? Instead of we make 3 different versions of the cabinet class. One class fits with the multiple other class. Đấy, một mà fit với phù hợp với nhiều. And for now, we add the student. 3 cái tủ. Và bây giờ hồ sơ bỏ vô. Dễ rồi. Một cái tủ có hành động là mở ra, lấy đồ vô, nhét đồ vô. Open the door, put the something in. Open the bag and put something in. So, SE. No, SE. List. Dot. Add item. You see the suggestion of this. Oh, give me a student. You see, give me a student. Add item for now. T replaced by student. Substitute by. Cái chữ T thì là thay bằng chữ student rồi. Give me a student. How to have a student? New student. Back to the normal again. Có đúng chưa? Cho nên kiến thức OP đi rất chặt và rất chậm. Nhớ từ từng bước một. New student. Want to store an object. You have to use the class and code constructor and use the object initializer, if any, to assign the value inside an object. And because this class has no constructor, I will use the default constructor. ID equal with, sorry. SE1. Oh, why IDs make an error? Oh, we have no field property for the student. Open the class student a little. The put property here to string here. So open the student class in the entity folder. Add some property before we can new it. Cái class này empty, lấy mẹ gì mà mình đổ vô. Now, public. You know about this. Oh, I forgot to how to the syntax to create a property. Try what? Làm sao mình quên mà nó cú pháp thì làm sao? Chỉ nhiên tôi nhớ. Nhưng mà giả bộ mình quên. Prop. Tab. Or prop4. No, we do not use prop4. We use prop. In Soften, backing field is automatically generated for you. Remember this? Prop. Tab. Oh, I remember. Oh. Again, string and ID. Enter. Oh, search, tab, enter, tab, and copy. Đây nhớ chưa anh em giang hồ? ID, name, email, and int, year of birth, and double, GPA. Now, and we make a two string, public what? Public what? Oh, very right. You forgot everything after the test. For now, in your mind, full up with the cake, bánh trứng, bánh tét, and beer. No. And you forgot about the override. Tiền đô ngoài kia nó đầy, nhưng mà chúng nó quyết định là nhà em có điều kiện không cần lấy. And return a string by using expression body. Tab. ID. Name. Year of birth. For example, you can do it later. I am recording this video also. And as I notify in my Facebook, in the slot 4, I have another class section. Also with this, the same with the discourse, but in Vietnamese. Chiều nay có một lớp tiếp, slot 4, Việt Nam, ngôn ngữ tiếng Việt. Đứa nào muốn nghe thì nghe chưa? Tôi cũng sẽ để trên Google Meet luôn. Tuần này thôi để hỗ trợ những bạn nào đang ở xa, cannot buy a ticket to come back to Ho Chi Minh City. But in the next week, back to the normal. Nào, nên tụi bay nếu có thời gian rảnh thì ngồi mà code đi để lấy kỹ năng nha. Hiểu là một chuyện, còn viết là một chuyện khác hoàn toàn. Đừng có đùa. Copy it and paste it into the lecturer. Whenever you will copy and paste, oh, it's not good way at this time. But for now, I just say it. Whenever you think about the copy and paste, think in a high level. Khi đã bắt đầu copy and paste, phải nghĩ một điều xa hơn. Using inheritance. And in the next week, I will talk about inheritance, parent and child class and interface in the next week. Tuần tới mình mới học về kế thừa. Nghe chưa? Now, GPA, no GPA salary. For lecturer like me, we talk about the salary. And lecturer, it's okay. Now, back to the man. No error. So, since because for now we are ready to pass the value for the property, and this technique is so-called object initialization. Name equal with some example. Email equal with and object initialization. Now add some more. 2 different SE student. I will alphabet name theo tên ABCD. Now I want to base student, not SE. I want to add one base student. Base student. You know, at our school, we will SS for the name for the is a standard name of the to name the ID for the business students. SS3 SS nha. Hướng, email Hướng. And I want to have another lecturer. Lecturer means no new student. Lecturer ID at for the ID of the lecturer we will the 8 number. I will alphabet 2 lecturer, for example. A, B, C, D. So, done. And for now, print all back. 2 SE student, 1 B student, and 2 lecturer. CW, the SE student list. SE dot print all the business student base and the lecturer like, and you know, 2 row, 1 and 2. Run it to see the result. cho lắm vào. Xem cái gì thực tế. Ví dụ xem phim Mai chẳng hạn, nó thực tế. Xem Marvel tự nhiên mình có trưởng lực. Xem phim Tàu cho lắm vào, rồi cứ thấy tiểu nhị châm trà vào con gà. Méo đi làm mà lấy méo chứ có tiền này. Hả? Nào, it's okay. I put the number in here to see the result, to check the result, test the result. 2 students, SE student. Oh, SE is okay. There are 2 items in the list. It's good. 1 big student, SS, and 2 lecturer. It's quite okay. 1 bag, physical, all different classes. Đã chưa? Và in thế này mới biết mình đúng hay không. I use this number to check if I add correctly into the correct bag. Có đúng không? 1 big student, 2 SE student, and 2 lecturer to check the result. Kỹ thuật kiểm thử đấy. It's okay. I finished with the array. I finished with the array. And I so tired with this. Just because whenever we work with the array, I need to maintain 2 different things corresponding in parallel. The array with a fixed size and the count to control the number of the element in the array. And if I do not check the upper limit and the maximum number of an array, I may encounter the exception. I don't want to work with this. A new technique will help you to overcome this obstacle. Có một kỹ thuật mới sẽ giúp tụi bay vượt qua được cái sự khó khăn này. Now, the last code for today, using a new technique. Now, new project, just to keep this as a reference and to look back to the history, and to look back to the progress of your knowledge. Để mình kiểm tra, dùng lại cái project, để project này lại để coi như nhìn lại cái tiến trình lịch sử của mình. But for now, we work with a new project. Now, right click. I do it again for anyone who are missing the last year class. Right click on solution, add new project. I make a new cabinet, but do not use array. New cabinet. Still use generic, but I don't want to see the underscore count. I don't want. I don't want to reach to the limit of an array. Tôi không muốn chạm vào cái giới hạn của cái mảng. I want to have a flexible bag, like a Doraemon bag. Cái túi Doraemon. You can put them as much as things you want to post. The memories will expand as you need. Cái túi này sẽ nở ra theo nhu cầu. And can narrow down based on the need. If you remove something from the bag will narrow down. Shrink and narrow down, expand and narrow down based on the need of the things you put into the bag. Bây giờ mình sẽ chơi với cái túi mà nó co giãn theo kiểu túi thạch xanh hay túi Doraemon. Thêm nhiều nở ra, ít thu hẹp lại. More flexible. Now, choose the class library in here, or you can type. If you do not see class library in here, just type class. Here, you get the same result. Class library means I could create multiple class and offer the service to the other one to use, but I have no man method. không có man method. Today's and next we did it in the last year already. Cái trò này mình đã làm trước Tết rồi, cái thư viện. Trước Tết lâu rồi, tuần thứ 2 á. Nào. Services version 2. Services version 2. Next. The net version 6 is okay. Now, you see, oh, I have no man method. I don't want the man method here. Man UI will take the responsibility of the man method. Run me. And I think that you know about it. We will make the reference from this to this. Yeah. And the man method in here will call the service from here. Yeah. That's our part. Đấy là con đường chúng ta sẽ đi. But no man method. But a default class, it will supply for you class 1. A class as normal. And public instead of internal. Remember about this? Nó là public. Just because I am here to serve you, so I must be a public. Mình là phục vụ người khác cho nên mình phải là public. Thì báo cho người ta biết là tao được cung cấp dịch vụ cho mày chứ không phải là public, không phải là internal nữa. Cái này học rồi nhé. Now, but I do not satisfy with the class 1, a default name. So don't try to replace it by cabinet in here by manually. It should make the asynchronous, bất đồng bộ giữa cái tên between the class name and the file name. So right click in here to rename the class to cabinet from here, not here. Right click in here, rename and type cabinet. Not need to version 2. Just because version 2 located in the project name. Don't worry about this. The project name will protect this class as a private. In private name. Nó giữ riêng cái tên cho cabinet cho thằng này, không sợ bị đụng hàng. Hit enter. And the tool will ask you, oh, I will replay the class 1 all around the solution. Are you agree with this? Yes. Yes. And we'll see the cabinet in here and in here are in the same state. Đồng bộ rồi. Now, we need an array, a list of concurrent variable or an array or a list like in Java. And for now, we and no longer underscore count, no longer, không cần nữa. And write method as normal. As normal. Just replace the how to store, the technique to store the multiple of object. Do not use the concrete variables or array anymore. Of course, we also use T means type. You sometimes say an item like one size fits all. Now, how to use list in a little. I need another man. I need another man to keep the old man to work with the old solution. I left it in here. Just how to store, how to use list in the C#. Now, the last project for today. The comment of my old code is so very important. It shows you how you think about the code, how, tức là cái cách mà tôi đang viết ghi chú trong code ấy, nó chính là cái tư duy của các bạn về code đấy. And you study the way we think about the programming instead of the syntax of a programming language. Chúng ta sẽ học về cách thiết kế, cách design hơn là học về ngôn ngữ lập trình. Just because if you know how to design a software, how to design an app, how to create and design the multiple classes in a project, you can apply this technique to all of the other languages. Cái tư duy học một nhát nhưng mà để có thể hành nghề trên mọi những chỗ khác, mà chúng mày cần phải hướng đến tư duy đó. That is we will have you to become a software engineer, not programmer, not a coder. Coder và programmer chỉ là một gã code theo thiết kế, theo chỉ dẫn. Software engineer là gã có thể thiết kế ra và bắt người khác code. Và cái ghi chú này là ghi chú là cái tư duy đấy con ạ. Thằng nào lười không ghi tao chả trách. Nhưng chúng mày có thể học được cả tiếng Anh cách cho ghi. Hỏi lẽ tao bị thiếu một cái chữ SC, tao nhìn lại ngay, tao gõ xong tao nhìn lại ngay. Không gõ chả bao giờ nhớ được đâu. Ngôi thứ ba số ít. Không đùa. Lúc nào mình luyện tiếng Anh? This moment. Thời điểm này. Right click on this. Solution, add new project. I need another man method to keep the old version in a separate space. And for now, choose can show up again to have a renderable method, man method. Console, not classifier. For now, I use the cabinet version 2. So I need a new man for easy to maintain the multiple kind of code and technique we apply in this solution. Console, man UI version 2. Man UI version 2. Next. Yep, we use the .NET version 6 already. And create. Oh, we have a man method again. And choose this one as a startup project by right click on this. Set as a startup. To make as a bold character. Đậm lên. Chạy em đi. Now, the last method for today. Static. Void. Play with. Play with. Integer list. I will tell you how to store. How to store. Store. Self. And print the first lưu vào in ra 10 cái số nguyên đầu tiên bắt đầu từ 1. So easy. Int ARR equal with new int 10. We need to store 10 numbers. Oh, easy. And ARR 0 equal with 1. ARR 2 0 equal with 2. No, I don't want to work with array anymore. Control KC, just to remember, to recall. ARR is a var pointer, a variable to point to a big memory segment. And in the big memory segment, in big memory, we'll have consist of ten other integer number or variable. Nó là một con trỏ một cái vùng bự. Nó chứa những bảy bên khác. ARR is a bag, a box, a container to store many variables and values. Okay, we work with it already. The second I don't want to work with it anymore. Sorry. New. The third way is I don't want to work with it anymore. But why I write the array again just tells you and recall about the array is a bag. Nó là một cái bag, một cái túi. Now, the new in Java we have another way to store the multiple value. Let's integer ARR equal with new array list integer. Here's first way. And the second way is array list. And later on, how to assign the value. ARR also a pointer. Point to a big mem segment. The same. And AR can point is about to hold many things or potent. How to put ARR dot add. How to get to get one. There are so many things in our bag. So how to get one? Give me the position. I will take the one for you. Get at the position. Post mean position. Index a number. This is the way we work in Java, but a little different in C#. Little different. But also a bag, also a pointer, the same meaning, but a little different in the how to operate and manipulate and play with the list. In Java, you cannot create a new list. Just list is a abstract and interface. But in C#, with your list and array list, you can create a new list. Is okay. New array list is okay. In C#, in Java, no to new array list. No, a new list. No to new list. No. But in C#, list is comparison with array list in Java. That means instead of using array list, we use list in C#. C#. List can new and replace for array list in Java. Thay thế cho. Đó là lý do tại sao mình phải ngồi xuống code, nghe chưa? But C# also offers you array list, but we do not mention about array list at this time. C# also offer array list, but it's not served to you. Focus in another time. It's not served. Just we focus on the thing we use the most. So for now, list int. And remember that in the Java, integer must in uppercase boxing wrapper class. But for the C# in a different way. Int in lowercase. Like a primitive data type in the Java. We will talk about this later. List ARR equal with new. Error just because we have the same variable in upper. Comment the array in the array declaration. And ARR is also a pointer. Point to a bag. A big mem set. Chấm giống. At 1, at 2, at 3, at 4, at 5. And how to get? How to get 1? How to print or nearly the same with Java. No count. Automatically expand and narrow down. Tự động co và thu hẹp nếu thêm hay bớt. The upper limit of the back our list is upper of the RAM. A window can allocate it for an app. Tức là giới hạn của cái array list nó chỉ liên quan đến giới hạn của RAM mà app cho thôi. App được hệ điều hành cho, chứ chả cái dính dáng đến số phần tử phải cho trước, xin trước. More flexible. How to print? CW. There are item in the list, and we make a little about this dollar and ARR. In the Java is the size method. In the count, you see count or get only have gas. That means you can take the my old value, but you forbid to are not allowed to the modify and update the count variable. Count in the Java is the dot size. And the last code, yeah. For you can for X or for Y, for I is okay. Just because we do not need to maintain about the, how many elements and how many the empty do we have so far. No. The back is fit with the needs. So don't worry about. Always you can scan the whole of the list. Tab for the count, ARR.count, ARR CW, ARR Y. Oh, 0s as an array. To access the element. This technique is so-called indexer. Indexer technique. I do not have the time. We will talk about the indexer later, or after maybe after the week 10, after the week 10, after you finish the final exam. Cái này là cái kỹ thuật nâng cao nha, biến cái array list thành một cái list thành một cái mảng theo kiểu truy xuất, nó gọi là indexer, dùng ngoặc vuông theo kiểu gọi là một mảng, cực kỹ, cực hay, chỉ có C# nha. And you can do no get method. Lại cái này là khác chút xíu ở bên Java. Trên Java là chấm get, ARR .get. Another technique for H tab. Oh no. For tab. X ARR like the for H in math. And CW X. I make a comment about the list, two different lists, for easy to see the result. And run it in the man, and we'll finish for today. Just call it, play with. I will back later, and when I finish to call it, play with integer list. And I put it in here. See the result. It's okay. It's okay. And you know how to play with the integer list. And how to make the cabinet version 2? Tell me. How to make the cabinet version 2? How? Just replace the int by student, by lecturer, or by t. Dùng chữ T là được rồi. And call add in the add method. Print the same. So that is, you do this at home, declare a list, and add and print all like in it. Just replace the int by t. We're done with the cabinet. I think that is enough for today. And the next class section, we continue with finish this one. But you can do it at home whenever you know about the list. And don't be missed in the next class session, just because I will talk to you all one of the most exciting feature of C#, delegate. Một kỹ thuật cực kỳ khó, cực kỳ hay, cực kỳ dễ thương. Delegate. The pointer of function. The function pointer. Con trỏ hàm. If you have heard about on the internet and in some article regarding to the C#, pointer. For a pointer point to a method. Delegate. And it regarding to some buzzword you have heard in the internet. Dependency injection, callback function, lambda expression, anonymous method, or put into the delegate. And see you in the next class session. Don't be missed. And I will show you the so much exciting feature of the C#. Thank you for all. Just spend your time to complete the cabinet version number 2. It's so easy. The same with the version 1, but use the array list, the list. Thank you for all for today. See you in the next class section.